Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and humanoids of all ages, and welcome back to a special podcast, because we don't normally do podcasts on Tuesday, but it's a very... I thought you were going to ignore me there for a second there. I must say, you've probably got one of the best
Is there a
names.
bit of a delay, or can you hear me?
There's a little bit of delay. It's not terrible, but it's not too bad. But I must say,
Okay.
you've probably got one of the best names that have come on the podcast so far. It's absolutely an incredible name, I must say.
Thanks, man. You can thank my parents, I think, for that.
I do. I honestly do. Like it's got everything in there, you know. Like, but anyway, that is not. We're not talking names today. We're not. We are talking about what you do for a living and what you love to do for a living. Because if you didn't love it, I don't think you. You might, but I think you probably drop out of this pretty fast. And as you can see in the title, it is cinematography, and amongst other things.
That's right, yeah. I am a cinematographer, camera operator, camera assistant.
Yeah.
Anything in the camera department, really. Sort of working my way up. Camera trainee as well on things. I don't always like to call myself a cinematographer because I'm not exactly a full-time cinematographer. I just aspire to do that.
Yeah, and you're working your way towards it. You've worked on a lot of films so far. I mean, think I've seen one of the earliest films. Well, one of the earliest films I've seen, which you made and sold, which was Dice Man, which was really good.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that was probably my friend and I, Dylan, got serious about filmmaking back in 2013, I think it was. And we made this film, and we picked up a couple of awards there.
Yeah.
Thought, hey, maybe we can do this for a living. And then I went to college for Dylan experienced life in a kind of very amazing way, which I'm often jealous of, must be said, Dylan, if you're listening. And he's kind of gone down a different route. It's still, but it's not with cameras and stuff. It's on the computer. It's especially with maths and programming and code. It's very interesting.
Yeah. No, 100%. Cameraman, in layman's term.
Yes, indeed.
And so why? So you said the Dyson did really well with getting awards, and you guys thought you could succeed, which was fantastic. But what brought you there to the first place? Like what was pushing you from behind to try it out? Because it's not cheap. It's not a cheap place to go. It's very expensive.
Yeah, it's not a. I guess and it's gone pretty bad, has it? The line.
Yeah, it's gone pretty bad, unfortunately. So I just need to ask you to repeat that. That's okay.
Sure thing. Yeah, it's what was the question again? It was how did I get into it?
Yeah, because it's not cheap passion to go down, because every piece of equipment does cost quite a lot of money. So what made you invest in it so heavily?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say, I don't know, just my love for it. It's the passion, and that developed from an early age, and I've stuck with it, and I don't know what else I do now, but thankfully I do still love doing it.
Yeah, it's very handy that you do. Yes, otherwise it would have been but that's the thing. Like, have you ever sort of thought about that, or was just been it's just a necessity? It's because we were saying this earlier. It's like there's a couple of things that you order which you need, but you also kind of just want as well.
So, filmmakers a bit of both. Like, you need something, I think, in your life to sort of satisfy your mind, I suppose, especially if you feel like you're a creative person. Like having something on the go, sort of, even if I feel a bit too big.
Perfect. Welcome back. Ba-ba-bam. Welcome back. Just some issues
Hello.
with it. Hello.
But what point did we go offline?
We were talking about fuck. I should remember this. So you were saying that everyone needs something to satisfy the mind to yeah. So about there.
Yeah, and I was just saying that inactivity can breed depression and anxiety, in my opinion, and not really knowing where you stand in life definitely is a cause for depression. If you read up on it and you look into it, and from my own personal experience anyway as well.
Yeah, I totally agree, sort of thing. Yeah, I that's a really valid point to life in general, because if we don't have something to hold on to and something to work for, there's it's not that there's little worth, but it's very hard to see where to go in life, I think. I agree with you totally in that regard of everyone needs something.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be a creative thing per se. You don't have to be outputting something, and like some people's cup of tea could, it could be looking at nurturing a family. Like you could take a lot of pleasure is not the right word, but you could take a lot of comfort in something like that, or it could be anything,
No, exactly. That's the thing. It's not necessarily like a big broad subject, but it can just be a very, like, he just likes cooking when he gets home, and that's like he buys ingredients to cook when he gets home for himself, and it's something which keeps him occupied, which keeps his mind busy, which I totally agree with, sort of thing. Like everyone needs something, whether it's big, small, just like a little thing to keep their mind going, which is really incredible, man. That's a really good. That's really good. What was I going to say next? It was. Here we go. Give me 2 seconds. My next question, because I have a lot of questions.
Good. So I don't know what to talk about.
That's fine. How do you choose? So, projects-wise, how do you choose good and bad projects? Because there are films out there that are, that are going to be really great films. There's also films out there that might not benefit at all. How do you differentiate between those two?
It's very hard. There's for anyone who works in the film industry, they know that there's so many variables when you're creating a film. Starts with the script, obviously, and then you go to pre-production, and producers have to get everything together, and if that doesn't come together or there's pieces missing, then it's going to affect the production of the shoot. And then when you're doing that, you have to get all the right crew, and that can affect it. And you have problems with actors, all these kind of problems with weather and all this stuff, and obviously money. So there's so many reasons why a film could go bad, and so few. Well, I don't know about so few reasons that it can be good, but it is so hard to make a good film in this day and age.
It is,
especially something somewhat original.
Oh yeah, 100%. But how do you,
that's possible?
How do you know when to throw not your career, but your time, energy, everything into a project? Yeah. How do you know when to go? I'm going to dedicate myself to this project because I know it's something that you want to. Even it might not be a big film, like it could be a small film, but it's got something in there. How do you? When does it get to that point for you, kind of going, right, I'm in, or no, sorry guys, I'm running that way about 2 miles before I touch this sort of thing. But yeah. Little bit of lag.
Kind of at the stage of career. Can you hear me?
Now I can. Yes, we're back.
Okay. Yeah, my internet's terrible. That's one of the caveats of living in East Clare.
Yes, 100%. Bad internet is. Tell me about it.
But to answer your question about choosing good or bad projects, or ones you'd prefer doing, I'm kind of at a stage in my career where I don't think I have that much of a choice. I just kind of take as much as in the hopes of getting better. Just having an eclectic selection of work and experiences that I can draw from to kind of pull up once I start getting more preferential gigs. But if I am really busy and I have to decide, it usually comes down to if I need the finance, it might be that, if one's a better paying job, or if one is more kind of to my taste. Like I like shooting I like shooting historical things or something that's not really be that set in the future or fantasy. Stuff with costumes and where you're really creating a world, not necessarily like a conversation over a kitchen table. Not that that's not interesting, because obviously everything is based around human interaction, and that's where the intrigue is. Emotions and stuff and characters like set. So
yeah,
sure, that's cool, but yeah.
No, I totally agree. That's really good, man. Like, yeah, really, really great explanation there. Like you're doing really well. Just let you know, you're doing really well, man. Okay, don't stress. It's fun. No, we love ramblers. It makes my life, it make my job easy because I just sit back here, listen, and go, okay, yeah, it's great, yeah, yeah.
A bit more succinct.
So what sort of projects you worked on so far then? Because I've checked out your website. It will be in the links down below, which has got a varied amount of stuff. Because you've done commercials, music videos, projects, and I guess the biggest thing is you have been nominated for Best Cinematographer of 2018.
In the Richard Harris Film Festival.
In the Richard Harris Film Festival, yes.
I suppose no, that's probably up there. I don't know. Yeah, it was lovely to hear the news the other day. And I couldn't make it, unfortunately, to the festival. I was working on that feature film we were talking about earlier. Yeah. Which was a big shame because I wanted to see some of the crew again, the director Dave and the producer Laura. But no, they were there representing, so it was all good.
Yeah. No, that's really good. And yeah, so that's one of the crown glory. So going back a bit, so the projects you've worked on so far, like what's the different sort of stuff you've worked on to date, sort of thing?
One of the last interesting things I did, I was only second assistant camera or loader, it's an interchangeable name. It was a Canadian feature film called The Martini Shot, starring Matthew Modney and have you seen Stranger Things?
I have seen Stranger Things, yes. No.
Do you remember Dr. Brenner?
It's been a while since I've watched it. I think so, yes.
He was the head scientist, I want to say, in the laboratory.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's Matthew. Yeah. Really nice guy. Yeah. Lovely guy. They all were, actually. And Stuart Townsend was lovely. And all the other cast, of course.
And was that based in Ireland, or did you fly to America for that one? Canada?
No. That was around Limerick and Bunratty.
Oh, wow.
Along the west. Yeah, it was interesting.
No,
bit of fun.
Especially around the West Coast. I mean, the West Coast is a really nice place to film and shoot stuff. People don't know it's the West Coast of Ireland that we're talking about. It's where we both grew up, sort of thing. So it's stunning. It's got amazing views. It's got absolutely banging. It's so pretty, so pretty. I love it. I miss it as well. Like it's such a great place to do lots of projects and lots of stuff happening in. But yes, I'm getting off track here, remembering stuff. But yeah. So working as a second cameraman for that film, what's the
second camera assistant? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are the job roles for that then? What did you have to do?
In its most basic, I just support the camera team. I was a camera assistant. Obviously, it's in the title. I will fetch lenses and filters, bits and pieces for the camera, and the clapperboard.
Yes.
That's my responsibility to do that.
You got the best job ever. Such a good job. Such a good job.
It's better. It's harder than it sounds or looks. When you're on longer lenses, just to find the right angle and everything. And we were shooting with two cameras a lot.
Yeah.
You have to try and find a board that fits both angles of camera, or you might have to do one camera and run over to the other camera, and you have all these big actors staring at you, and you have to say what's on the board. Actually, I mean, like at this stage, I was absolutely grand with it. But the first few times doing it on films before, you know, you kind of make a bollocks of what you're saying. And it's just numbers on the board. You might be saying 33, take 1. It just comes out as fucking garbled Irish or something.
Oh man, that's so good. But how are you doing these days? And have you gotten used to it? Are you less gibberish?
Yes, definitely. You just have to take a breath, as with everything.
I like it. Really nice and simple stuff. It's man. So far in the world of film, what's been your experience? Like, how have you found it? Have you found it worthwhile?
Yeah, it's incredibly exciting. You end up in places that you've never been to before. You never would go if you weren't working on that particular film. Like we were up in Killary Harbour in Connemara during the summer, and you know I'd probably never gone there in my life. It was an amazing fishery just tucked away in underneath hills, beautiful rolling Connemara hills.
Wow.
Well, incredibly bad. All these, you know, visually it was nice.
I mean, that's the most important thing when you're working on film is all the visual stuff, really. And but yeah, so you started off doing your own stuff, so it was like the Dice Man and your own little projects. And I'm guessing now working on bigger projects like you have been, it must be quite a leap from small scale production to something that's like just like what you're saying. Like you've been working on a feature film, which is about the last 7 to 8 days now.
Yeah, it's a low budget thing up in Dublin. Got to do super quick. I mean, it's gonna be probably realistically it'll be 8 days of filming.
Yeah.
We've already shot, which is crazy for a feature film. But it is an interesting exercise in what can be done in limited time. As it's all set in one room, which we've made to look like 2 separate apartments.
Wow. That sounds cool. That sounds like a really cool project, man. And so what's been the biggest difference you've experienced from working with a small crew to big crews now?
It probably just the pressure that you feel when you're working on a big thing, because you want to try and do you always want to try and do your very best, because someone's money is always at stake. But I think when it's a bigger thing, you know that could lead on to something else as big, and you just want to try and look professional and act professional, and sometimes you're afraid of saying the wrong thing. You can really feel when you step onto the set, like whether it's it's friendliest and stern, and then you're really afraid to step out of line, and you have to just keep it to yourself. But that's kind of, every set's so different, and you'll feel that straight away. It's kind of akin to when you walk into a classroom and you have a substitute teacher, and you know straight away whether that teacher is going to be able to control and command the class.
Yeah.
And you fire off a couple of loaded questions, or you kind of take the piss for a couple of minutes, and you just test the waters and see how they respond, and then what you've got on your hands. It's kind of like that with sets, but you wouldn't really be testing the waters. You just kind of through observation. You wouldn't do anything stupid on set.
Yeah. Has there been a time where you've just, like, when you're working on set and it's been a bit too much and you just couldn't handle it? Has there been a time like that so far?
Let me think. No, I've never gone, screw this, walked away. That would be bad.
Yeah.
Just demoralize everyone, especially if you're in a position of if you're in a head of department position, like a cinematographer. Yeah. For example, we had a pretty rough day on the Martini shot up on the cliffs of Moher.
Yeah.
It was, slanty sideways rain.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and we had all this gear. We had to push over these, we're right on the edge of the cliff. We had all the stuff that push over, and
yeah, it's
wrecked getting in.
Yeah, I bet. Although I guess when you do get in, when you get home and you take everything off and you jump in a warm bath or shower, that must feel amazing though.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Because you've done a hard day's work, and now you get to go home and enjoy yourself. But yeah, so what's what's the similarities between photography and cinematography? I know it's film and picture, but no, that's not the right question. I had a really good question in my head, but I've just said it really terribly. And it's just like, I've got this thing I want to say. Nope, it's just gone. So you said you went. So here we go. We'll go to another question. You went to college. How was that for learning and developing your skills? Was that useful at all?
Yeah, it was useful, but not in the sense you'd expect it to be. Like, you could have gone through college and easily not ended up with any work whatsoever. It's the kind of industry you have to be very proactive in, and your approach to going out and finding work, you have to always be on in that sense. And once you have to kind of get your foot in the door and just kind of keep pushing in, and then eventually people will send you texts and calls and emails, and they get back. There's a kind of a lot of initial groundwork, and I found college didn't really prepare you for that. They sort of chucked a couple of useless assignments at you a few times of the year.
Yeah.
Potentially could have stressed you out if you put too much value on those, and then gave you a kind of a slip of paper and says you have a degree in this. When that's not how the industry works, you know, you have to know somebody, or you have to just get a number, go work on a set, do a good job, and then keep showing up, keep doing good jobs. Yeah. No. It's a very weird one. It's not.
But I think it's quite relevant to a lot of positions, though. It's not. I mean, it's probably it's probably more accentuated in your industry, because again, it's very much like who you know rather than what you know in a lot of senses. Of, you know, if you know someone who's working on a set and then get you in, then that's the first step, sort of thing. But again, it's like you say, a lot of college work. A lot of people go to college, find when they leave, a lot of places look for two things: it's only work experience, or someone you know is able to get you in, sort of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And how did you take your proactive approach? How did you, like, what did you do to try and find work while you were at college?
I was meeting with people. I got a few numbers off some people in some students in the years. I text them all and said, you know, I told my story, and I got some work on a set, and that was unpaid at the time, pro bono job. So I think there was a week and a half on a pretty low budget feature film, but with some really good crew members. Some of them have gone into like much bigger things. Most of them, in fact, actually, I think. Very talented people, and then I got another call back from the same person who'd hired me, and that kind of kept snowballing. And you know, the more you get on a set, and then you make friends with people. Yeah. And you take numbers and contacts, and people get your name out, and then, you know, kind of just the first job is always kind of where it all starts.
Wow. No, that's really useful. Like for people who are going into this industry, that's something that you'd recommend would be, you know, talk to higher ups, talk to people that have the experience above you, but are still in college, maybe like your third years sort of thing, and they can help you in, and being proactive.
Could do potentially.
Potentially, yes. But again, you have to be as proactive as you can, or at all points, because if you're not proactive, then nothing's going to come. You know, like, it's not like you're going to sit there, you're going to get your diploma, you're like, give me a job. Why?
Exactly. Yeah. You don't just jump into it. You don't. I think, in my opinion, I think a lot of people thought that they kind of initially thought maybe in the first year or something there was a sort of around it, that people would just jump into a job, or maybe I don't know, maybe it was being afraid of. I'm not sure. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Sometimes inactivity is or kind of not wanting to fail, so you don't try properly in the first. Does that make any sense?
It does, yeah. Because the thing is, like, a lot of people are scared to not succeed. Oh, sorry about that. You've cut out there for a second. You have. You're drawing up a little bit. And are you back? Hello?
Hello.
Hello, there we go. That's a bit...
I've got only one viewer, probably.
Shh.
Oh.
There we go, you're back now.
Okay.
What was that? Sorry, our one viewer, is it? It's fine.
We've lost them probably.
No, they're still there.
If we haven't.
We've got 2 people watching, so this is good.
It's 3 now.
Oh my god, so
Oh,
popular.
no, 2.
Oh,
No.
sad times. It's okay.
Stop talking about that.
Shh. Everyone who's watching, get your friends in here, quick. You're gonna learn
Talk
things.
about cat videos.
Cat videos, quick.
People like those.
Cat videos.
They're great.
They are.
What's your favourite cat video, Alex?
Oh, it has to be the cat that tries to jump from the table to the sofa, or from the outside bench across, and just jumps its blades at legs and just falls straight down. Every time. Yeah. Every time. Just looking at it. You can do it. You can do. Oh, you poor little thing. I should feel sorry, but I'm just laughing so much. Well, to be fair,
Yeah.
I mean, the best ones I've got are of my cats and dogs back at home. Just like, just what my dog, because we had a female dog at called Spanner, and she used to feed our cats with her milk because she never had puppies, but she always wanted kittens. Well, she always wanted puppies. So when we got kittens, she's like, "These are mine. I will have these. No one else is having these. You come feed from me," and they did. And that's just what went on for years. Just our dog feeding the cats, and they grew up and still drank milk from the dog. It was insane.
That's mad.
It is. It's insane, man. Like, so working with other people. What's the toughest department from working? You know, you working and the other department sort of thing. Has there been much conflicts, or has it been quite amicable?
Yeah, generally the crews are really dead on, down to earth. I've not had any problems personally. There's this kind of funny fake vendetta that sound and camera will play. They just kind of take the mickey out of each other's departments there and sets. Some people will do that.
That sounds amazing. It's all in good jest, yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, you want to try?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, so you're living and working in Ireland. Would you not find it more beneficial to move to another country? So, you know, like you got Hollywood in America. It's probably the biggest one that I can think of. You've got other bigger stages to try and get your foot into the door. Why Ireland for that sense? Like why Ireland for film?
Yeah, I guess first and foremost, I like it here. I like the atmosphere, the people, and I was born here, so yeah, I feel pretty Irish on the whole. So yeah, I like it here a lot. So that's one of the main reasons for staying here. And the other one is because I like it here, I want to kind of establish a base here before attempting to tackle another country. And I still don't feel like I'm anywhere near that base yet.
Yeah.
So I'd like to leave it in a good position if I was to travel a bit and do work. However, saying that, I have applied for this internship in Australia.
Oh wow!
I should find out in the next few weeks if I've got it or not.
That'd be incredible. Do let me know if you get that, man. I'd be really rooting for you.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, of course. So I had another question in my head. Is there another goal? Is there something that you would like to film in the future? Do you have any plans of any films in your head as well?
Ooh, yeah, there's tons really. Most of I'm kind of just playing it like, I suppose, project by project now. And I've been lucky that like I'll work for a while and then I'll take a little break and I'll do something fun, or I'll go on holiday, or I'll like relax at home and hang out with mates for a little bit, that kind of chill thing. And then like some work will come along at the perfect time. And I'll have another job, and then I'll be busy for a few months, and then kind of on and off like that. And for the most part, I like it. And I've just forgotten exactly what your question is.
I like it. So is there any projects inside your head? Is there any like film ideas which you've got,
Yes.
which you wanna
Tons.
attempt?
people I want to work with, or people I want to work with again. See, I'm only a cinematographer, so I don't particularly come up with the stories or the scripts, or I mean, I don't at all. Like, I just someone will approach me with an idea, and we'll go from there. And I will put the words into images with them, based off how they see it in their head.
Okay, that's really good. So there's one question: if you could work with any person in the world, who would it be that you want to work with?
It would be you, Alex.
Oh, what? Oh, that's right in the heart. Oh, you sweetheart, you. Oh. I'm going to take that to the grave with me. I'm going to put that on my gravestone, going, Alfie Hollingsworth would say that you want to work with me. Ha 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 ha. But no. On a serious note, if there was so apart from me, if we're going cinematographer that you can learn from, who would be your person that you'd like to experience working with?
I mean, yeah, it's probably a bit cliched, but it'd have to be Roger Deakins, an English cinematographer, one of the best in the world, and he just seems like such a nice guy, as well as being extremely talented and knowledgeable at what he does.
No, that's a really good shout. I am not checking up who this person is at all. No, I'm not finding out who this cinematographer is. Nope. I wouldn't do that because I should know this. What was the name again? Just so everyone can remember whose name it was.
Just for everyone out there, yeah, it was Roger Deakins.
Roger Deakins.
And just out of interest, those two people watching, are they not me and you? If we have the video.
No, I don't actually have the video. So we do have one real person. We've got
one real person.
We've got one real person with us. So good job, good job, real person. Well done.
Thanks for sticking out.
You are the best. It's okay.
If you're listening, and just comment on my video or on Alex's video, and we'll give you a shout out. I mean, I'm curious to see.
Wait.
Unless you want to stay anonymous, then fire me a message.
You have a video up as well? Impressive. Okay, I've just found out who Roger Deakins is. Yes, I know who that is. Yeah, he's incredible. Wow.
You recognise him, do you?
Yes, yeah. He's worked on some amazing projects. Wow.
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen a few.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's I've seen Skyfall, No Country for Old Men, Blade Runner.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. He's worked on a lot of. He's worked on Shawshank Redemption. Oh my god. Oh, best film ever. I love that film. So then going on for that.
Beautiful films.
Best film that you've seen, or well, best film that you've watched. Please come back. Don't worry.
Yeah, I too watching again.
Yay! I hope. It says
Okay.
It says stream completed on my end, unfortunately. Stream resumed. There we go. But yeah, best film ever.
We're back. Best film ever. That's a ridiculously hard question. Best sandwich you've ever had, Alex?
Oh Jesus, that's easy. It is. It's a sandwich that I made back at home. I think it was like crisps, lettuce. At the time, I was eating meat, so it was bacon, mayonnaise, butter, some peppers in there, tomatoes, ham. Oh, so good. And then cheese, and then you stick it in one of those grills, and you close it down so the cheese melts, and it just all centers in. Oh, so good. Oh, I want a cheese toast.
Nice.
Damn it, I want a cheese toast now. I'm going to have to go up to the shop and get myself some. But I haven't got a grill. I'll make it work. But yeah. So, what's one of your best films? What's one of the best films that you've watched then? How about that?
I'll just chuck you some, no particular order.
Okay.
It is a very tricky question.
It is.
I love Memento, I like Clockwork Orange, weirdness in that.
I don't know. But it's okay, because this gets saved up, so people do these terrible things to me. Hello.
What?
Mine's... Come on, you bastard. Up the banner. Well, we're sitting about 1 megabyte per second. Oh, we're up to 2, up to 3 again. Will we sit solid? Wonderful. I've just had to plug in my... Okay, that'll hold for a minute. It's not very good, but it will hold. But yeah, so we are back now. We are sitting at 3 megabytes per second, which is enough for live streams, which is good. I might need to just, in the future, I might need to record us and then just upload it without the live stream. It might make more sense.
Yeah, that might be an idea. Yeah. Record and edit.
Edit? Ah, one
Edit.
does not. One does not simply edit. My God. but no. Okay, internet's back again. It's solid. So we got to Clockwork Orange before you dipped out and went silent on me. So Clockwork Orange, because it's weird and freaky. I like it. I 100% agree with you. Not freaky.
Again.
What's that? No, you're still here.
Dipping in and out.
Yeah, you're dipping in and out.
Yeah, Clockwork Orange because it's very weird.
Yeah.
Very stylistic. It's quite fun.
Yeah.
In a freaky way.
In a freaky way. Reconnection successful. Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and humanoids of all ages. We are back for a moment. So leave call. Call again. Hello. Howdy doodly. Doodly howdly. Doodly diddly 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 doodly diddly doodle. Doodly diddly diddly doodly diddly doodly dee. Howdy doodly diddly diddly diddly. Oh, hello.
Hi.
So I think we're going to end the stream there. Hello. So I think we're going to end the stream there today because it
Yes.
seems to be cutting in and out quite a bit.
Yes.
And we've answered quite a lot of questions, which is really good. Like there's lots of really good stuff there. So do you want to say goodbye to everyone for me?
Yeah, are we still going out?
Yeah, we are still live streaming, so this will be the last that everyone hears of this podcast. And if you want more, hit that like button and subscribe. Join us. Join the Passion Podcasts. Do it.
So much clearer now. Perhaps we could do a pre-recorded one and put it out.
Yeah.
I don't even know if anybody's actually listening. Is that one person watching me or somebody else?
No, I'm down to 0 people right now, so this is great. Got no one watching.
Oh, it says one for me.
It's probably just you then. But no, but I want to have you back on the show again, bud. I would love to talk more in depth and do more about this if you'd be up for that. I will take that as a yes. I'll take your silence as a yes. Perfect. He said yes, everybody. This is fantastic.
I said yes.
Yes,
I said yes.
I was right. Ha ha ha. Knew I was right. Knew it. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, and humanoids of all ages, thank you for stopping by. This was a wonderful surprise. And if you're interested in cinematography, leave your messages down below. I will direct them to this wonderful beast. And I'm sure he will help me in answering all your questions if he has the time. And without further ado, if you did like this, share it to your friends. Come join the podcast team, and listen in every Monday and Thursday. Sometimes special days like today happen, which is great. And yeah, leave that like button down below. Leave a comment and a round of applause for this wonderful creature. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for having me on the podcast.
See, look, there's applause. Yeah,
You said goodbye to either myself or that one person watching. So
goodbye, one person or yourself. I love it.
cheers for listening.
Yes, thank you for coming on, bud. I really appreciate it. Until Thursday, everybody. Have